Hey guys, I'm Roman Buddy. You're watching the Cycling Day.
If you haven't been sleeping under a rock, you will, of course, have seen the rise of Biniam Girmay over the last few months since his Ghent-Wevelgem victory and subsequently his Giro d'Italia stage win. He's been absolutely terrific. Of course, on stage one, as we said, he was duking out with Mathieu van der Poel and then, of course, beat Mathieu van der Poel on that stage 10. And ultimately, we all know what happened with the Prosecco bottle. Nevertheless, I thought today we're going to be taking a step back into history and look at how this all began in terms of winning his first stage. And we go back to 2019, La Tropicale Amissa Bongo, which is, of course, a very successful stage race in Gabon in Africa. And we can see the Eritrean team here, made up of plenty of riders wanting to do something. You can see Biniam Girmay, of course, there, but crucially also Daniel Tekle-Heimanot, one of the riders, if you've been following cycling for a long time, that's put Eritrean cycling on the map. Of course, the fantastic Eritrean rider was the first rider to wear the polka dot jersey for Eritrea, and also he went on to win the polka dot jersey in the Dauphiné as well. But you can see here the Eritrean team just beforehand, a Cameroon rider as well. Plenty of these riders wanting to improve themselves. They know that this race is one of the pinnacle races in Africa, of course, and there were plenty of pro-continental teams here as well. You can see the Rwanda team here praying for success, of course, and they probably needed that as they were up against the might of Andre Greipel, of course. Not the Andre Greipel who won Tour de France stages, of course, but nevertheless a very potent and strong sprinter, that's for sure, riding for Arkea. We also had Direct Energies, of course, and they were a very strong team. They had been bullying the stage race so far, and the reason why was Nicolo Bonifacio, who had just left the World Tour and was wanting to prove something here in his first ever stage race with the team, and he'd won the first two stages of the race already. But on stage 5, the riders had a 140-kilometer stage, and it was a fairly flat profile, and we had a bit of a kicker at the end, but nothing too troubling, nothing worthy of a categorization. We can see at the start of stage, Nicolo Bonifacio, of course, wearing the yellow jersey, and the race set off, of course. Many of these riders eager to prove themselves against the pro-continental opposition that were in the race. Plenty of national teams here, and all of them eager. We can see Rwanda was throwing a rider up in the breakaway. We also have Eritrea wanting to be up there. So many of the teams eager to do something, and no, it wasn't Biniam Girmay who was up there, but Nicolo Bonifacio. He was wanting that hat trick, or could he get more? So Direct Energy, of course, controlling affairs at the front, all wearing yellow bikes as well. Very, very neat detail there. But it was a hot day, that's for sure. They could definitely feel the heat, some of the European riders. But Eritrea up there, as we said. We even had Algeria up there, and you could also see Ethiopia up there with a rider. But unfortunately for these riders, the day wasn't meant to be for the breakaway. It was a fantastic day, fantastic view, but it all came down to a sprint, of course, and Direct Energy, of course, wanting their yellow jersey to take yet another victory. However, here we can see that the yellow jersey was actually caught out in 4th place provisionally, but on the side, we can see 3 men at the front, and one of them being Biniam Girmay, swinging on the left, trying to get around the rider in front. And of course, Algeria's best hope as well, trying his best luck here. But ultimately, we see that Biniam Girmay just manages to get in front. He even looks to the side, and there, the dash for the line. And if we look at it again, we can see Biniam just about manages to get in front of the Algerian rider. Just extraordinary demonstration of power there from the young man, only 18 years old, and you can see how close it is. It's almost, yeah, a tire width. That was what distinguished the win there. But you can see here, Biniam Girmay takes the win in front of Rigui, who of course has been on the World Tour before with Dimension Data. Nicolo Bonifacio, as mentioned, just came off the World Tour as well. So quite a scalp. We can even see Andrea Vendrame in there, and of course, Andre Greipel, both of them representing pro-continental teams at that time. But Andrea Vendrame, we all know where he went. But yeah, absolutely incredible. Biniam Girmay, the first ever rider born in the 21st century to take a professional stage win. So yeah, just absolutely incredible for him. He took the win. He got the nice elephant picture as the trophy, of course. And yes, that is Bernard Hinault standing next to him. Great to see the legend supporting this race, of course. Biniam managed to get 3 more top 5s in the race, but no victory more. But he did manage to take a stage win in the Tour of Rwanda later on as well. Plus, he also went to the Tour de l'Avenir, where he actually finished 5th on a mountain stage on the very last day. So I think this is just an absolutely incredible win and just demonstrates how strong a rider he was so early on, being able to beat riders that had been on the World Tour or were going on the World Tour. So yeah, that's basically it. If you didn't know who Biniam Girmay was, of course, check out our video about who Biniam Girmay was or is. And yeah, that's basically it for today. Make sure to comment down below what you think of Biniam and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching and have a nice day.